Here is this week's Aldi grocery haul. I thought it'd be fun to share this week because I bought a lot of healthy-ish items. A lot of them are things that I buy on a weekly basis anyway, but with the new year, 2020's here, everybody's kind of on a health kick, myself included. I thought I would share some of the interesting products that I bought. So first of all, I always buy 2% milk, so I bought a gallon of that. And then this right here, not so healthy, but I bought half and half because we have friends coming over tomorrow, and my friend Jen from the channel When with Jen just recently posted on her Insta stories this incredible looking creme brulee French toast. So I'm going to use half and half for that. I'm going to make them some brunch. But then afterwards, we're going to cook together and make something healthy. So I'll show you some of the ingredients for that in a second. This is my favorite granola from Aldi. It's this Simply Nature oats and honey clusters with coconut, and it has the lowest amount of sugar out of any of the granolas that they have there. It only has 6 grams per serving. So I like using that on top of my whole milk plain yogurt here that I bought. I love this stuff. I've kind of grown out of enjoying Greek yogurt. It's a little bit too kind of tangy for me, and this one's a lot milder and just so smooth. So I'm loving that right now. And then I found these. This was a new product that I saw in the Aldi ad this week, so I was on the hunt for them, and I was so glad I found them in the freezer case. They're root vegetable fries, so it's parsnips, carrots, and red beets, and they are, okay, yeah, they're gluten-free, because I was reading the back. They are coated in a little bit of flour, but they're like unique flours. I wonder if you can read that there. Okay, so little sunflower oil, potato starch, amaranth flour, maize flour, and rice flour? I think that's what that says. Starch and salt. I don't know. I mean, clearly it's not just the vegetables. There are some added ingredients, but it seemed pretty healthy and like an interesting mix too. I love parsnips, and I basically never cook with beets, so I like that these were already prepared for me because I don't like the idea of staining my hands, and I think they're kind of tough to chop too. But anyway, that's a project for another day, but I'm excited to try these out, and hopefully my kids will like them too. And then speaking of my kids, I bought a loaf of white bread, and I typically just get the plain old fluffy white bread, but I thought, okay, I'll go a little bit healthier for my kids too, because they eat sandwiches in their lunch almost every day. So I got the whole grain white bread, and just comparing them side by side, this had a slightly higher nutritional value, so I feel a little bit better about that bread. And then I got, this is our favorite flavor of hummus at Aldi. It's roasted pine nut hummus. But honestly, the hummus itself is just plain. It's really good, a little bit garlicky. And then the roasted pine nut part is right in the middle. So it's a little bit herby with some olive oil, and it tastes really, really good. So you can kind of mix that into the hummus or keep it separate. It's sort of nice that it's just in the middle, because then my kids can enjoy the plain hummus, and my husband and I can get the little crunchy nuts on top. Then back here I bought a bunch of whole milk Greek yogurts for our whole family. We like these. I like the flavored ones better than just plain, but we've got coconut vanilla. That's really good. Very comparable to the Dannon Oikos yogurts. This is really good. Orange cream. Tastes like a dreamsicle. My kids really like that one. Then there's lime, and we also got some strawberry. Also very comparable to the Oikos. But a much better price. So we love those. And then I got our regular sticks of butter just for kind of everyday cooking. But I mentioned earlier I'm going to do some healthy cooking soon with my friend Michelle, and we're going to make this coconut curry cod dish over rice that she made for me before, and it was out of this world delicious, super simple, only a handful of great ingredients, and this is something that she told me to get. It's grass-fed butter. So I think this is kind of the same thing as that Kerrygold butter, but it's Countryside Creamery, so that's the Aldi brand. So also a better price too than the Kerrygold. Then we have some string cheese for my kiddos. I need to kind of replenish their snacks because they ate me out of house and home over Christmas. They wanted to eat every second of every day, and I didn't want to just give them all the candy that they got. Then I got this bone broth, another ingredient for that curry coconut cod dish that we're going to make. So I'm going to cook some wild rice in bone broth, and I think that's going to taste so delicious. It has a nice rich flavor and a lot of more added health benefits than just regular broth that Michelle will go into detail about, because that is something she's very knowledgeable about. And then we've got some vanilla extract. I needed some after all my Christmas baking. I had run out. I also ran out of red wine vinegar. I like to have that when I make homemade salad dressings. I have some fresh raspberries here. Those I also like to put on my whole milk yogurt with my granola. Very delicious breakfast. Also, I thought I could pop these on top of the creme brulee French toast to make it a little bit healthier. give it a little extra color too. And then I got sharp cheddar cheese because I have been craving Panera Bread broccoli cheddar soup, and I decided I'm going to make it from scratch next week. In fact, I might even use some of that half and half from the French toast for it too, but I could also just use milk, which would make it a little bit healthier for me. But so that's the cheddar cheese just for the soup. And then some veggies here. I got some broccoli, which cracked me up because they packaged it like they would package ground meat. I have literally never seen broccoli packaged like this before. It's like a little foam tray with saran wrap kind of loosely wrapped around. Half my broccoli fell out in my car on my drive home. But anyway, I got some fresh broccoli for my broccoli cheddar soup. Some multicolored bell peppers, so red, yellow, and orange. Some couple boxes of grape tomatoes. I love adding those to my salads. Then I have this classic coleslaw mix. Oh, actually, we're going to use this on top of the coconut curry cod dish, which I think will be delicious, add a nice crunch, and some veggies to our dish. And then I bought this organic spring mix, which I don't think the price can be beat. I think it's about $3.49 for this giant box. You just have to make sure you're getting one that's very fresh, and then once you open it up, place a paper towel over top just so that will absorb any moisture that's in the box, and it'll help your spring mix to last longer. Then I have green onions. I think I'm going to make some of my winter tabbouleh salad, which is a video, it's a recipe that I've made before, so it's a video that I can link for you below. It's delicious and very fresh and crunchy and very healthy, so I'm going to make that for mine and my husband's lunches next week. Then I bought some fresh blueberries, also for my yogurt and granola and for the French toast. Some baby carrots. These are great with that hummus I showed earlier. Plus I'm going to incorporate these into some other dishes I'm making this week. Actually, I think I have to chop some of these up into thin strips for my broccoli cheddar soup. And then over here, you're not even going to believe this. Well, comment below if you found a better price than this, but I found these boneless chicken breasts for $1.49 a pound, which I thought was awesome. And this is, there's 4 of them here, so this will make 2 meals easily for my family. I know they're giant, but we have 6 people in our family, so this is a great, great deal. So I'll probably use 2 and then freeze 2 for later in the week or maybe next week or something. Then I bought a baguette. This is so good from Aldi. You bake it for just 5 to 10 minutes at 400 degrees. It is so crunchy on the outside and nice and chewy on the inside. They're really, really yummy. And then some other fresh produce. I bought a cucumber for that tabbouleh salad I'm gonna make. And this is just a regular cucumber. It's not a seedless. So the skin on these is a little bit tougher, so I like to peel it. And then I may even use a little spoon on the inside to scrape out the seeds so that it's just a little bit easier to eat. Some fresh garlic. I have some bananas here, which I already washed and dried. My sister-in-law is a nurse practitioner, and she has told me tales from the ER about things that have gone wrong from people who just didn't wash their bananas when they brought them home from the store, so I always do that. I have some Gala apples here too, sweet potatoes. I've been baking these and then mashing them up for my son Andrew. He loves them with a little bit of cinnamon and a splash of milk. Plus they're good. I can make like roasted sweet potatoes or baked sweet potatoes for the family too throughout the week. Sweet onions and these Alaskan cod fillets. So it's 2 pounds, and this was, I believe, $9.99 for this 2-pound bag. And I was going to get them at my grocery store, my Giant Eagle grocery store, kind of the other one that I go to. They were on sale for $7.99 a pound, but this was a better deal, and they're pre-portioned, so I'll just thaw out what we need for the recipe. What does it say? Skinless, boneless, individually wrapped, and these are wild-caught Alaskan cod. So that was a good find and very easy to use too. And then back here, these are just 4 items that I bought at my Giant Eagle grocery store that they either didn't have or were out of at my Aldi. So, well, I'm making my salmon tonight. This is fresh, boneless, skin-on salmon fillets, and I'm making that tonight, so I didn't want to buy it frozen because I'm kind of in a rush. I have to get this in the oven pretty soon, so I didn't want to take the time to defrost it. So I bought that at Giant Eagle, and then I'm going to make homemade chicken nuggets here soon, and I like adding some shredded coconut into mine, and this is unsweetened shredded coconut. It's 100% organic, and it was a very good price. It was like $3.49 for this whole bag, and they had Baker's is a very common brand of shredded coconut, and they had one that was slightly fewer ounces than this for about the same price. But this one, I'm not sure if you can see through the bag, you can't really tell, but it is a super fine texture, which I like because I'm going to be incorporating this in my breading mixture for my chicken nuggets, so it's not going to be real thick, kind of chewy bites of coconut. It's really finely shredded, so I really thought that was a nice find. And then I got some brioche for the creme brulee French toast. Unfortunately, they didn't have it at Aldi because Aldi's was a much better price than here, but You just can't beat this. It's super buttery and eggy, and it's just awesome for French toast. I always like to use brioche bread for French toast. And then lastly, sometimes they carry this really nice canister. It's like a plastic canister wild rice blend at Aldi, but it's sort of here and there. It's not something that they always carry, so they didn't have it right now in the store, so I bought this wild rice blend at my other grocery store, and it was a little bit more expensive, but luckily this one was on sale. So this is what we're going to use with that coconut curry cod, and I'm sure there'll be extra too, so I can use that for other dishes throughout the week. So that is my grocery haul for the week. Feeling healthy, feeling good about myself, and feeling hungry too. I think I have some really good recipes to share with you soon. So make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of those recipes I told you about, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.